Hello, welcome to another video where today we're going to be heading to Mistley, where we're going to go and explore the local area and see if there's any churches for us.
We're about to leave, aren't we? On the train.
No, the train don't leave yet for another 11 minutes.
11 minutes? I thought I was leaving.
No.
Well, we'll have to wait until it leaves then. So we just got off the train for Mistley. It's freezing today, isn't it?
Freezing cold.
Absolutely freezing.
Oh.
But there's salt all over the floor as well.
Careful guys, they're feeling a bit salty today.
That was awful. Why did we walk into a car park?
It's got interesting architecture.
Interesting architecture. I mean, it would look quite good if everything's frosty though. Hopefully.
You know what looks really cool when it's frosty? Spider's web. Those are sick.
Oh, yeah.
They are beautiful. Glossy.
That's true actually.
Unless they break.
Yeah. Then they look a bit weird if they're all broken. There's the trains.
Twains.
I didn't say twains. I said twain. Yeah, we're not vloggers yet. So, we apologise if the videos aren't amazing yet. But we'll get there eventually. After a few years. It would just take a while to get used to actually recording. Because it is quite awkward sometimes recording in public.
When you're out in public, yeah.
Yeah.
You sit there on the train, there's everyone looking at you while you're going, hi guys!
Yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to church. And no one knows who we are. So it's difficult, but I think we'll get there.
We'll get there. It takes time.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at half the YouTubers now, it took them about 10 years. Yeah.
Like what YouTuber actually watches the old videos? None. They don't like it.
And they have their own editors and stuff, so it's much easier. Whereas we have to do everything ourselves. That sounded like a penguin. Oh, this is interesting.
Look at that garden, imagine living there.
No, but they've got an old... I don't know what that... Do you have any idea what that could be? Some sort of contraption. We found a sign. Oh, this is the sign for Lawford. Look at that. So it's got the actual church. What was that church called? The one in Lawford?
St Mary's Church.
Yeah, St Mary's Church. That is. Is it straight ahead now?
I don't know for how long. Straight ahead at the minute, yeah. Nah.
See, doing this is nice in the summer, church hunting, because you can just go on a drive, you can, yeah, it's nice and sunny, nice and warm. But when you don't have a car and it's about -4 degrees outside, it's not very fun.
No.
It's nice to see the churches, but
the walking,
the walking is not fun. It's probably good though. It's better than being stuck indoors. Oh. You've got to love the British weather.
Oh yeah, you do. You love it.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that's the church in front of us.
I think you might be onto something, Samuel.
Oh wow. It's in the in the fog.
It's in the trees.
It's in the thick of it. Here we go.
Under the golden light, moon moving slow, feeling so right. Barefoot steps, rhythm in the air. In this summer heat, we don't care. Feel the breezes lifting us high, chasing the waves, touching the sky. Together we rise, no looking back. This summer vibe is on the right track. Summer vibes, we're feeling the heat, dancing all night to the ocean beat.
It looks very similar to a lot of churches in Wales. It's got the same brickwork. It looks more modern than a lot of them we visit. Oh, it's still got the gargoyles on top.
Oh, that's well cool.
Lovely porch here. I'm assuming that's the south porch. See, the porch looks slightly older. Here we go, let's enter the church. This is St. Mary and St. Michael's Church. Here we go. This is interesting. We have a really modern sort of secondary porch. This would have been a modern addition, probably 21st century, but the actual church is in here. St. Mary and St. Michael's Church is a Grade 2 listed church located in the village of Mistley in northern Essex. This church has been grade listed since 1966 and was built between 1868 and 1870. It was then enlarged in 1821 and in 1839. The royal arms of 1816 to 1837 were above the south door. The font was built in the 1870s and the organ was provided in 1879. There was restoration work on the church and organ in 1962 and 1969. In 1967, the church changed its name to include St. Michael after the union of Mistley and Manningtree. You've got the north and south aisle on either side. The nave is the middle part of the church. And then all of this lovely stained glass. There's also a rood screen that goes all the way across. You've got the classic eagle lectern where you read prayers from. This is why we want to encourage people to come and visit churches, because they've got so much history in them that's lost. I mean, there's hardly anyone that knows most of the churches we go to, and it's fascinating. Absolutely incredible. Once you're here, it's a completely different experience. Ooh. Oh, I love to see things like this. This is an old mosaic. This is actually hidden underneath the paintwork. So if you took all this plastering and paint off, it would reveal that underneath, which is more likely a medieval mosaic. But there's so much to analyse, even in this small part of the church, from the bricks used to what the stained glass means, to the engravings on the top of the chancel. I mean, even the carpet. Everything has a meaning, and it's just how you interpret that. And that's why we love looking at all sorts of different churches. You can't find anything else in the world like it. Most of these rood screens were taken down during the Reformation, when all the King Henry VIII changed the law, which meant that a lot of the churches were ransacked. Through these doors is the tower. We've got an interesting marble font. This is where you get baptised. We want to do tours in the future so we can bring people like you watching out to these churches and tell you all about them once we get more of a team set up. But in the meantime, we'd like you all to come out to places like these.
It is definitely a different feeling when you step in. It's peace. You feel peace.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed that. That was a tour of St. Peter and St. Michael's Church in Mistley. We're now on our way to explore another church and see more of what the village has to offer. Why are you showing me your hands? So here is the back of the church. We have the round chancel, which looks quite magnificent from this angle, especially with the fog in the background covering the spire. I think there was a basement leading under as well.
There was a basement. God knows what's down there. It's probably like all the electrics and that, ain't it?
Yeah, normally. But that could have been... Well, they normally had different uses for basements in the past. Sometimes it was a vault to keep valuables in. Or it could have just been extra storage space. It's sad how half the graves weather away over time. But they do look nice with all the moss covering them. It's quite cinematic. The journey continues. We're now going to the...
Look at some old English heritage.
Yeah.
The Mistley Towers. Is that what it's called? There's a sign there for it. Is that where we're going?
Yeah. Mistley Towers.
Mistley Towers. They sound interesting.
I don't know what they actually are, but it says it's good for pictures.
And we all know you love a bit of pictures.
Yeah.
So you'll see those pictures very soon.
You will.
Keep an eye on the Insta.
And I think the Mistley Village sign is over there as well.
Which you'll definitely see on the church hunting page.
Yeah, that's always there. Unless we can't find them, because some of them are very well hidden. It's like the one at Framsden. we went to the church and then the village sign is about half an hour away.
Oh.
It's crazy. Because some villages are split into two halves, so it's knowing which half to go to.
Oh yeah.
Or the church is miles away from the actual village because they resettled due to the plague normally. So they wanted it as far away from the village as possible. It's been fun so far, but it's just a shame that it's so cold. But that church was definitely worth the visit.
That was definitely worth the visit, yeah. Could go inside, can have a look around.
Yeah.
It is actually a very beautiful church with its...
Well, that's the first one we've been able to go into in a while.
Time,
yeah.
They lock them all up for safety, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think that's why they were closed in Colchester. It's too dangerous.
But like churches are meant to be a place where all are welcome. And so
Yeah.
it'd be nice if they were open up to the public, like they say.
Well, it normally says online that they're open, but they're not in person. here are the towers. They look quite cool actually.
I wonder if you can go in them.
I don't know. It looks quite American. I could imagine that being
British, does it?
No.
Look British.
I could imagine that being in America somewhere.
Especially if it's old English heritage. It don't look British at all.
No. Here's the village sign. So it shows a boat. Very nautical.
Related to churches.
It's related to church.
Yeah, these two
What?
towers are all that survive from the church originally built in 1735.
Huh. Oh,
The nave between the two towers was demolished in 1870 when a new church was built on another site.
oh.
Between 10 and 4 p.m. But the key is available from the Mistley Fawn Hotel, which I don't know where that is.
Oh, well, it says that way. Wow, that's amazing. That whole thing used to be a church. It's got like the colonial British feeling to it.
I wonder what type of church it would have been then.
I don't know. I've not seen a church in that style. What on earth is that over there?
Oh, I don't know. It could be an old bunker. That could be an old bunker entrance, really.
It looks like a Soviet bunker. So you've got a Victorian British Empire style church that's now only 2 towers. So this whole thing was a nave. That's crazy. And then you've got the Soviet bunker.
Before we go down to the hotel.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't think it's
Maybe we can ask the hotel what this is.
It is cool. An old sort of. There were some very important people who had massive graves like this with locks on the doors and everything.
Oh, it could be a large grave. That's a
Look,
weird
at
lock
that.
though.
Look here. There's bricks underneath it. There was definitely something underneath it.
This is a mausoleum made from polished marble. These were very popular in the 1830s.
Let's have a look and see if we can open
Yeah, see if they're open
it.
first, but
Come into there.
that would be very interesting if we can get them open.
Oh, yeah,
So you never know what you're going to find. This is why we're called church hunters. We just go around and see what Britain has to offer. This is the sort of things that aren't readily televised or well known. Things in little villages like these that are lost.
There ain't much in there, but on the wall there are old Bible scriptures
Oh,
carved in the wall. If you have a try and put your camera through.
yep.
There ain't really much to show in there. You know, you won't be able to get the focus, will you?
You can sort of see.
Oh yeah, you can see in there.
Yeah, there's a few scriptures. Not any paintings or mosaics. Oh, well. Yeah, I thought these would be a war commemoration, but I didn't expect it to be a whole other church. It doesn't even look like a church. Certainly not Anglican.
What type of church would have a design like this with a sort of columns and that? But I don't know. I'm built in the 1700s. I don't know.
An original church was built in Mistley in 1170 called Mistley Parish Church. The nave roof fell off in 1720, so it's recommended to build a church in the most populous area by the quay. St Mary the Virgin Church was then built in 1735 and remodelled in 1776. Investigations in 1866 found the church was poorly constructed and in need of repair. Due to an ever-growing population, expansion work was also needed to accommodate more people, so it was easier to build a new church altogether. After the nave was demolished in 1870, the church became the Mistley Towers. As we were saying earlier about getting used to filming and stuff, we kind of need to know what sort of content to do as well. Whether we purely do church content, whether we do exploration videos, so we just go into random towns and see what's there, rather than purely focusing on churches. We could do other historic buildings as well. So let us know what you actually want from us, and then we can work from there, and we'll just get better over time. It takes a while, like we said, to get used to recording like this in public. But yeah, this was a great time.